Ian says don't stop in Connecticut if you drive, especially after dark.
Of course. Come on. I'm not an idiot.
You don't have to tell Ben.
Kinda dropped off all the things I love. Like I need a traffic jam to keep in touch. I can't focus on the words unless my hands are busy. I can't give up on the world or I will leave this city. And it's way too broad what I'm trying to say, but I write it down and let it go. And it's hard to know all the words I need to explain my heart in a single note.
Hello and welcome to WayTooBroad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculous, excitable grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Hello, Hannah. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
Sorry, Hannah. It took me a second to remember your name.
That's okay.
It's been too long.
We've only just met 30,
It's
40
been a
years
while.
ago. Yeah.
It's been a while.
This week is one of those special episodes that happens, I guess, like every 3 episodes, where we are doing our obsessions in the same order that I announce our names at the beginning.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
One of those special ones that happens. pretty regularly.
One third of all of our episodes.
But I only notice it very rarely, so in that way, it's special.
This is one of those special
So
episodes
true.
where that happens, and Hannah points it out.
That's right. So it's been 2 weeks since our last episode released. It's been 3 weeks since we last recorded. It's been, I think,
Oh my god, is that
It's
true?
been.
even longer since Ben has done an episode with us, because weren't you like not in the last episode?
No, he
Ben?
was here. He was
No, I was
in the last episode.
Oh, okay. I don't
And
remember.
my obsession.
You weren't very good.
My obsession was
Listening to the
checking.
Adventure Zone and looking at
Yes.
it.
Oh,
on the
fuck
paper.
Yeah, that was so
That's right.
good.
That's
I
right.
finished that.
Oh, man.
Oh, so good.
That's right. It was the one before that where we did like the entire episode was about a league of their own, and it was just
That's right.
Yeah.
very.
A league of their gay.
Oh.
The gay of their league. Am I right?
Just a big
Nice.
reminder to everybody, if you haven't watched A Gay League of Their Own yet, please go watch it. I know it's on Amazon Prime, but it's worth it. Just go watch it.
Go.
It's so good.
Go.
I'm so concerned because they keep on saying, people keep saying like, we need to make sure it gets a second season. We got to scream for a second season, But like,
I
they're
think
already
they're writing
writing
it.
a second season. Right.
Yeah.
So would they do that without knowing that they were getting a second season?
I don't know.
Yeah. Very concerning.
I'm not a TV producer.
You're not?
Bless you, Ben.
Thank you.
Bless you. I had to decide.
Um,
Wow. Bless
bless you again. Oh my.
Thanks. I had more time to
I
eat
have
that
some-
time.
I have some questions. What are we drinking, and are there emails? And
Oh.
what are the emails drinking?
Okay, well, let's see what are we drinking first. Great point. I have 2 drinks. One is big water, but it's mostly gone. And the
Not
other
as
one...
big as a quart, but probably like what, 2 ounces, 4 ounces in that quart.
it's
I don't know our stupid volume system.
That's 4 ounces.
cups and ounces. This is 6 ounces, just about.
That's 4 ounces.
It's not. It's got markings on
I
the
think
side
6
of it.
ounces is 4 ounces.
I think it's a proud 4.
Yeah, it's a
proud
proud
four.
4.
Guys, it's not. It's 6. The line is halfway between the 4 and the 8.
What is 6? What is 6 but a proud 4?
Okay, well,
beautiful.
that's fair. That's
Thank you, Ben.
fair and beautiful.
A proud ounce is 1.5 ounces.
See?
This is my other drink. It's a Spindrift pink lemonade. Very good.
I thought you were just going to show it.
I know, I did too.
That
for a
one's only
second.
for us.
Write in if you want to know what he's drinking.
Erin, what are you drinking?
Drinking an ice water. Did I fill that up? Yeah, and a orange liqueur.
Nice.
That's all. Just this that.
Ben.
I have big old thing of water.
Oh,
I
nice
got
mug.
A new big old water mug we got. It's fair.
I love
When
it.
we went with Mom and Ian all together.
Mm-hmm.
It was
That was
great.
fun.
How many ounces is that? Maybe
I don't
like
know, but
18?
it's a lot, and it's big enough that I don't need to have 2 glasses of water
Wow.
for the podcast.
Wow.
It's really fantastic.
That's fantastic.
It's my go-to water cup now.
Congratulations.
Huge news.
Yeah.
Big if true.
They bought it and then they left it at the store and then had to go back for it later because it was too heavy for Ben to carry around all day.
Wow.
Poor Ben.
That's big. It's big.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah.
And it's handmade and machine washable is not how you say that about cups.
Just throw it in the washer.
It's dishwasher safe.
Love that.
Yeah.
It's
that's
really
great.
great and handy.
I love good mug.
That's like basically a requirement for me to use if any like drinking vessel. It's only going to get used once if it's not dishwasher safe, if I'm being honest with you. Yep.
Or machine washable, for that matter.
Yep. We don't have any emails to answer your other question.
No texts or anything like that?
No text, and I am confident about that this time.
Speaking of texts that we didn't read for a while, I have an upfront, which is Vibe Check is so awesome. I think we discovered that text last podcast, even though it was from like August or something. But I'm loving Vibe Check. Have y'all been listening to it?
Mm-hmm. I have listened to a few episodes.
I totally forgot about it.
Yeah.
It's
good.
Great.
The three hosts are just have great chemistry. They're good friends, and so they've got great chemistry. They're all Black queer men, and they just always talk about like what's going on politically / current events, and I love their view on it. And also they talk about like the latest gossip, and I also love that. So it's great. Keeps me current.
Yeah, strong recommend.
the best of what-
for sure.
Yeah, part of my weekly rotation now.
Yeah, thanks for that, Sam. Sorry it took us so long
Thanks, Sam.
to notice your email. Really, not us, just me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I caught up with her in person. So
That's you have to tell her it was my fault.
yeah,
Okay, thank you.
yeah.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
not sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I don't have any other upfronts. I don't think. Do you?
Any
Ben?
upfronts? Ben saw "Don't Worry, Darling."
Oh,
and
yeah. Oh my
gave
God,
it 2
yeah.
thumbs up. Favorite movie of the favorite movie.
It's so bad. It's
What's bad about it? Like the whole thing, or just like
let's see.
how's Harry Styles acting?
Writing, the directing, the
Florence Pugh's not bad,
Florence
though.
Pugh's great. Florence Pugh
She's always
was
great.
great. Chris Pine also was good. Harry Styles honestly was also pretty good.
And I heard he was supposed to be British, right? In the movie.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, do you care about spoilers?
I mean, I don't personally, but it is still like in theaters, so maybe we shouldn't.
all right.
Like his accent was not supposed to be American.
No,
Okay.
not for that portion of the movie.
That dragging was not fair. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's just like I feel like it could have done so many interesting things, and it did the least interesting thing it could have done in the least in the least interesting way.
I hate that.
Like the big reveal was so not gratifying, or like I don't know. It just was, and then like just left a lot more questions than answers than it should have for like a big end of movie reveal.
I kind of want to do the spoilers. Can we do it, talk about it and cut it out, or talk about it at the end of the podcast?
Yeah, let's do the spoilers.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you'll just cut it.
Well, you know what I think I'll probably do is just put this at the end, and then
Love it.
Okay.
Absolutely love it.
that's that. So I'll
All
tell.
right.
Let me just record a thing right here. Hey, we talked about "Don't Worry, Darling" for several minutes, and it's at the end of the episode after we roll the music. So stay tuned till the end if you don't care about spoilers for "Don't Worry, Darling."
Love that.
And it's a do not recommend from all of us, including the two of us who haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. So true.
All right, should we pop in?
Yeah, let's pop the freaking Hannah.
Yeah.
What is your obsession? Even though I 100% know because we've been talking literally every day about it.
Yeah, we've been talking every day about it. My obsession is the sort of release cycle for Taylor Swift's new album, Midnights, which comes out on October 21st.
Which is not out yet. Okay.
Yeah.
The obsession is the release cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
There's
The
a lot to be obsessed about. Ben.
Yeah, there is. I'm going to go through it. So okay. So here's the thing. We have spoken about this before. The past like 2 episodes we've talked about it. The first one, the one where we talked about A League of Their Own.
Okay.
I mentioned it was coming out. I mentioned that people were speculating that it may be a coming out album or something of that nature. And then I mentioned it also the last time we recorded. But that was as I said, 3 weeks ago since we recorded, 2 weeks ago since the episode came out, she wasn't even doing her like track list announcements yet at that point. So there's a lot to go over. And also I feel like I have some big predictions at this point. I've been very engrossed in the whole thing for several weeks. And I have some predictions and I want to document them, and they probably won't come true.
Lay those prediction tracks down. Timestamp them, baby.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna tell you let me give a timestamp first. Okay, today is Thursday, October 6th.
6:32 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. The album, as we already said, comes out October 21st. So we're a couple weeks away. This episode comes out this coming Sunday. So it comes out on the 9th. And one of the things I want to tell you, one of my predictions, I think is going to happen between now and then. So we'll know by the time this comes out if I got that right. But first I want to just kind of lay down the facts for you all, so we're all like on the same like playing field.
Facts lab.
And that's right. And we'll go back through, basically I'm going to go through everything that she has done quickly so far. And then I will get into some of the details people have noticed and my personal pet theory at the moment that I just mentioned. I'm not going to get into a lot of the theories that I've seen because there are, holy shit, so many. There are new theories every day. I swear at this point, my For You page is like every other one. I'm not joking. Is someone going, holy shit, guys, I think I figured out Midnights. Like every other one. Like,
and they're all different.
Are all different, and half of them have been disproven by the time I see them, and like I like most of them sound so outlandish to me, but you never know with her because I'll tell you about it. So like just like baseline, like we did mention this last time, but Taylor Swift is well known for putting Easter eggs in her pre-release music videos that come out about the upcoming albums. She's very well known for putting like hints as to her upcoming like aesthetics or the aesthetics of her upcoming albums into like the outfits that she wears to things like events and stuff.
And I just want to say too, like there's a video of her, because Ben, you had mentioned last time like that would take a lot of work for somebody to do it so intentionally, but there's a video that I watched after that where she's like, some of my music videos have literally thousands of Easter eggs. She crafts things she's gonna say in interviews to be Easter eggs for things in upcoming albums. She's like, even down to her nails. She literally says everything I do is probably an Easter egg.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
Wild.
Yeah.
Yes, she definitely puts them in on purpose. This is confirmed true over and over again. Some of them are pretty straightforward. Some of them are much more obscure. But she definitely does it, right? So just to like set that baseline, right? Often she will use words that are actually song titles from her upcoming albums or whatever, or like the title of the album, like either in a video or in an interview or whatever, or like sometimes she'll hint at collaborators in interviews before there's any public knowledge that she's worked with that person, things like, so she does all types of things. So because of that, she has created this fan culture where like people are all going through every single thing that she ever does or wears anywhere with like a fine-tooth comb. And actually not just her, like all of her friends, like anybody she's previously collaborated with, like just like anything is fair game for them to sort of like pick through. And sometimes
because she feeds that fire. She actively feeds that fire.
Yeah, she does. So I just want to say that like I'm not passing judgment on any of those people who think they figured something out, and some of them may have, and it's her fault that they're like that anyway. So absolutely. But I'm just gonna tell you what's
her fault, and we do blame her.
Yeah, I do blame her for it. Yeah,
and we do love her.
yes, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, also, like, I've just been listening to her previous albums nonstop, as Erin has been as well. And I just, basically from, like, 1989 onwards, like, there's not a flop in sight. Like, it's just, everything is so
I don't think
good.
there's a flop in sight in her entire collection.
I haven't really, I'm afraid to delve into the old country stuff, because I've just never liked country, you know.
It's great. I think her self-titled album is fan-fucking-tastic.
All right,
honestly.
maybe I'll take
If you
the
need
dive.
a song to start with our song.
Okay.
That's the name of this.
She's an excellent songwriter. And she does put hints in her lyrics
Start
as well.
with our song. First figure out what our song is, and then start with that one.
It's an Easter egg for you.
So, okay. So after we last spoke, she started doing this thing on TikTok where she's set up in like a little room with like a backdrop behind her,
Curtain,
a velvet backdrop behind her, and she has a like the thing you use for bingo, a bingo cage thing next to her, and the conceit is, and there's a lot of speculation about whether it's actually random, but the conceit is that she's revealing track names at random by using this bingo
Erin
ball
is
thing.
shaking her head.
Yeah,
It's
I
of
don't
course
think
not
it's
random. She carefully crafts everything she does. It's not random. There's no
it's
way.
not.
Nothing you could do to convince me that it's random. Absolutely nothing.
It's not random. It's not random. I think, I mean, and we've noticed some things. Erin, I don't know if you've noticed all of them, but when I say we, I'm kind of also just, I guess I'm just meaning me,
The
but like I've noticed some
community.
things that like she will sometimes say which episode she's on of Midnight's Madness, and sometimes she won't. And I think that there are certain songs that she really wanted them to be certain days, and so she like said the number and then did the thing until she got the number that she wanted, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think there are other ones where she just like filmed the rest of them and just like figured she'd slot them in wherever. Like that's my kind of theory on that. But then there are definitely Easter eggs in those videos. There's a lot of tracking and speculation going on about those. Sometimes she says all the track titles into a phone, and sometimes she holds the phone upside down. She's done it like twice now. Sometimes she has.
What do you mean she says them into a phone?
She has like a phone hooked up to an amp.
It's like a phone. It's almost like a microphone.
Oh.
It's like a microphone,
okay.
yeah, but it looks
Phone.
like a phone, yeah.
Okay.
And so sometimes she holds it upside down. And also there's like the velvet curtain behind her. Sometimes it's open a little bit, like it has like a little, and there's like something behind it, but you can't quite see what it is. Most people think it's like a door. Some people think it's a glass door now, which is intriguing. But it's there sometimes and it's not there other times, and it really, really does not seem random at all.
She's wearing like a different, extremely cute, but like
Yes.
differently styled outfit every
Yes.
time with
Yes.
different hair, but the same nails.
Same nails every single time because she did it all in like a day, maybe two. I'm certain. So those have been coming out on a regular schedule, right? They've been coming out at midnight, like so very first minute of the day on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday since 2 weeks ago. So we were on episode 6 on Wednesday, like Tuesday going into Wednesday. On Wednesday night, going into Thursday, which has not been a night that she's ever done one of these, people were noticing that Taylor Nation was active on Twitter. And that's like her team, right? And so usually they're only active on Twitter on nights when there's going to be a Midnight's Mayhem with me. That's kind of been the pattern.
Like replying to tweets, or what
Yeah.
do you mean by active?
Yeah, like retweeting and like, you know,
Okay.
tweeting about stuff, just like being around. So some people stayed up for it. A lot of people didn't. I didn't. I haven't been staying up for all of them. I have been staying up for some of them. Indeed, there was one last night, totally off cycle for track 11, which is called, there's some really great track titles, by the way. I'm very excited for this album. One of them is called Vigilante Shit. There's one called Mastermind. Just like great. I already love them. But last night there was a track announced called Karma. And all of Swiftie Nation went crazy because there has been a theory since like 2016 so basically she used to release her albums in 2-year cycles. And I did some research on this today, but I could be getting some of this wrong. So I am sorry if anyone listening to this is like, no. But like she used to release her albums for like the first 5 albums, they were on 2-year cycles. And she was, like I said, because she's so known for Easter eggs, like she's also very known for planning ahead, right? She's said that she has left Easter eggs as far as 3 years in advance. So people were on the lookout for Easter eggs for her 6th album around 2016. And then there was like a big like sort of Taylor Swift cancellation. It's at this point it sounds like so lame and minimal and boring, but it was like, do you remember the whole thing with like Kanye where like he got on stage and like in the middle of her acceptance speech for like female video of the year or whatever. That part wasn't.
Beyonce should have won, yeah.
Beyonce should have won it, yeah. And then they had beef for a while, and then they like squashed the beef, and then he put out a song where he said, I think Taylor and I might still have sex. I made that bitch famous, or something like that. And then she like immediately, as soon as she heard it, like put out a statement about like how she hated that he called her a bitch and stuff. And then like that was like in 2015 or 14 or whatever. And then like in 2016, Kim Kardashian put out like a video that seemed to show her on the phone with Kanye agreeing to the lyrics, basically. And so people then were like, oh my God, she's so fake. She just like lied about this for sympathy and clout, right? And that was like the atmosphere, right? That was like, it was like Taylor Swift's Over Party was trending on Twitter and stuff. And then she had this album that she was supposed to put out, is how the speculation goes, called Karma. And so the theory is that she scrapped it because she went basically into hiding for a year when that happened. She like was not seen in public until 2017.
Wow, I don't remember that at all.
I was not paying attention to Taylor Swift.
What a fever dream.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing like a headline about a recording of Taylor Swift and just being like, why are we still talking about this? And like never paying any attention. But for her, it was a big deal. So because it's basically like a lot of what Reputation is about, allegedly, is that the feelings around that whole situation.
Not in my opinion, but yeah.
So there's this lost album that's been like,
because then she didn't put an album out.
She didn't put an album out until Reputation after that.
Okay.
And obviously Reputation was about that situation. 17, I think.
17. Okay, so she skipped 3 years.
No. Reputation. No. Sorry. Karma, I think, was supposed to come out in 2016. And then she didn't release it, but she went into hiding instead and then came out a year later with Reputation.
So like a 3-year gap is, sorry, what I should have said between albums instead of a 2-year gap.
I think so. I could look it up right now, but I'm not going to. Yeah. So there's been
because we haven't even gotten into the meat and potatoes yet, so I feel like
so there's been like moments where she has mentioned karma. There was a lyric in Reputation about karma. There was an interview where someone asked her what the most important lesson she had learned was, and she said karma is real, and looked right at the camera when she said it. And then there was also in the Man music video from the Lover album, she has she has all of her albums on the wall. She's like dressed up as a man and she's pissing on a wall, and she has all of her albums on the wall, and she has Karma on there twice. She has it like in the middle and then also at like the 12 o'clock, like above her head.
And it says there's a sticker like almost overlapping one of the Karma graffitis that says "Missing if found, return to Taylor Swift."
Yeah. So she's been hinting at it for a long time, and when she made the announcement video last night, all of the rest of them she's just like announced the thing and then looked at the camera and then it's faded to black. This one she like started laughing maniacally at the end of it. Like she was just like thrilled to be announcing it. She had a big
smirk on her face the whole time.
Yeah, because she knew what was going to happen.
I'm excited to announce this one, and then it was Karma, and then she laughed maniacally.
Yeah. So okay, so I'm going to talk about my my theory that will or will not come true before Sunday.
Before you do, I just want to one of the main comments on the TikTok you sent me, I thought was so funny, and I just want to find it real quick.
Is it hers?
It's the second comment, or second most popular comment at the time of me clicking on it, which Dr. Taylor Allison Swift, no you didn't. I love that.
People are freaking out because this is one of those theories that has been like hotly debated. Like not every Swiftie believed that Karma existed, and when I tell you she confirmed it, it's not just the fact that there's a song called Karma. Her team that I was talking about earlier was all over Twitter being like, my face when I found out Karma is real, and da da da. Like her team is confirming that Karma was a real album. We don't know what that means in terms of like if there are going to be more songs from that album released, or if that album turned into Midnights, or like what that means exactly, but it's definitely true. So it's like one of those theories that like literally there are people who have, I searched it on YouTube today when I was researching, and I saw like as many debunking videos as I saw like what we know about Karma videos. So like it kind of just is exciting to see.
I feel like it's invigorating for like to get some hits of like solving the Easter eggs
Yeah.
Because it could lead. I mean, to me, it feels like if karma is real and there were just as many pros as there were antis, like believers and non-believers, I'm like, Gaylor could be real.
Yeah.
Then.
Yeah. Which we will talk about. I need to get to my theory about
go for it.
like my timestamp theory. Okay. So
Love it.
So okay. So
Look at that baby. Ben's holding Como like a baby.
Yeah.
And he's
That's how he
flicking
likes
his
to
little
be
tail.
Aw, it's
Como
so
is.
sweet.
Nothing.
He didn't like his tails, but he'll be fine.
Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, this was a weird time for her to be announcing another track. Her announcements have been consistently Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and this was a Thursday. It was off cycle. It was 2 nights in a row. Very unusual. So people are speculating that she did that in order to make room for something to happen tonight. Oh, I forgot to mention there was one of the tweets that Taylor Nation posted on Twitter was I'm gonna read you the wording because I don't want to mess it up. It was a retweet of somebody freaking out about Karma, the song, and then the tweet said, hold on, we've talked about this so much today. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
It said, Karma is the single leading cause of mayhem tonight. And then like hashtags and it's like a retweet, right? Are there some words that stick out to you in that tweet?
Karma is the single.
Karma is the single leading. So people are thinking Karma's probably the single. I'm on board with that idea. Okay. People are thinking perhaps that the song will come out tonight, maybe with a video, maybe not. And there is like a fringe theory, which I now subscribe to, which will test we'll be testing that, by the time this comes out. I'll be editing this knowing whether or not I was right. So there have been some weird...
You can edit this out.
Yeah. There have been some weird Easter eggs on the social media of the Grey's Anatomy Twitter, Instagram and stuff.
Whoa, didn't expect that.
Wait,
So,
what?
Yeah. Grey's Anatomy, the show. The season premiere is for season 19 is tonight at 9.
Okay.
On Thursday. 10/6.
Oh.
Oh my god, I forgot another thing about Midnight's Mayhem. Okay, in bingo, which she's using bingo balls. You can see their bingo balls. They have the letter and the number. All of the letters have like a set of numbers. It's always on the bingo balls. B is always like 1 through 13. And then I is like the next 13 numbers or whatever. That's like just how you do it. Like there's no 6 on like an O, for example. People familiar with bingo will know what I'm talking about.
No
My
fucking
bingo
clue
fans
what you're
feel
talking
me.
You just have to trust me that
Okay.
06 is not a bingo ball that's supposed to exist.
Okay.
It's like, so it like helps, because that if it's a really low number, then they're saying a B and not a G, basically, without having to like say B as in boy 6. So they use different, none of the letters share numbers. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
when she pulled, so she has been showing the ball most of the time that she pulls, not all the time. And there have been a couple now where she's shown it and it has had a different letter on it than it should. It has not had a B. One of them was 06. So she took an 060 ball and she like covered the 0 in order to have an 06 ball in her cage,
Interesting.
which seems really, really fucking on purpose to me. Because why else would you do that?
Right.
And the other one was like N, I think it was like N8 or something like that. So there
Unless
was
she
some,
had custom balls made.
but the numbers were off center. Like you could tell there was a second number there.
Gotcha.
So people are speculating that was her saying something is going to happen on October 6th, which is today.
Oh.
6.
Yeah. And then there's an N
believe.
whatever.
Hannah, I believe it.
That seems super believable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I
Because
believe
why
it.
else would... So all that said, I guess technically something did happen.
Wait, was that? I was gonna say, was that before the special thing at
Yes.
midnight?
Yes.
Or so it could have been.
It
that.
could
No,
have been that.
that.
It could have been that. But it could all be of a piece, right? Because if Karma is the lead single, then she really likes Grey's Anatomy. She named her cat after Meredith Grey. They have named this episode of the first episode of the season tonight after one of her songs. I forget which one. They name every episode after songs. So it's not that weird.
Really?
Yeah. But
Which song though? That feels meaningful though.
Hold on, I will look for you.
I need to know.
While you're looking,
His back foot?
Yeah, his back.
Everything has changed.
Okay. That's a banger.
And then also on their poster for the season, they put "Begin Again" on it, which is somewhat about the fact that they have I think a new group of like initiates or whatever. I forget what they're called. But
Those
also
are both from the Red album as well.
Oh, that's interesting. That's interesting. But also in like when they posted that on social media, that like with the "Begin Again" on it, they put lyrics from the song "Begin Again" in the caption for it. So it's like definitely a reference to Taylor Swift. At least that part was. So there's been all these weird Taylor Swift references that are all pointing at the same episode, and it's tonight at 9. So I kind of think if it's not like Karma is going to be in that like excerpted in the episode, I think she's got something to do with it in some way. And I have not watched Grey's Anatomy in like 10 or more seasons, but I am going to watch it tonight to see if anything happens.
And that's fantastic. I assume you mean 9 Eastern because I go to bed at 11, and so Midnight's Mayhem with me. I'm gonna have to check in on in the morning, but this I can find out tonight.
Yeah. I will let you know if anything happens with it.
Fantastic. I love this theory, Hannah.
I think it's great because then she could still drop the single at midnight. It could just be like the first place people can hear it is at 9 during the show. And then it's still like midnight themed. So
I like that.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Okay. And the timing all feels really good for that.
Yeah. It does.
That's so fun. And she would totally let them play it if she's a big Grey's Anatomy fan.
Yeah, she likes to do stuff like that. She likes to work with like other like brands and do collabs and things. So I can see her doing it.
Did you know that our parents have a connection who writes for...
I didn't know that.
Actually, she used to do community theater at Hewitt Center for the Arts.
Oh, really?
And then she moved to LA to study screenwriting. Got a job in Grey's Anatomy and apparently is now an executive producer.
She would know.
Well,
she might know.
I mean, I'll know. By the time I can get in touch with her, I'll know.
Call her up.
All right, so I'm trying to think if there have been any other Gaylor hints since we last spoke, because we talked about the lesbian pride flag shirt when she announced the clock thing, and that was like the last time that we talked about it. There's also the Nice Boy Ed mystery, which is so frustrating. I hate it. Which is the next TikTok she posted after that. This was before Midnight's Mayhem started, was like the making of Midnight's, and it was a song. The song that was like the audio for it was a song that had been published and uploaded everywhere online the day before, like 12 hours before she used it. And it was like a completely unknown artist who people claim is a friend of Joe's, but he has done nothing with his platforms since he got this incredible boost from her. Except he's done some really weird lives lately where he plays piano over a black screen. And it's just like he's just not acting like a real person. And I don't believe he's a real person, but I don't understand it at all. She had daisies on one of her shirts, which is one of her like classic references in songs that we think are about Carly.
And a lot of daisies on her pants today.
A lot of daisies. Also a couple frogs kissing. I saw a video about that.
Which is classically gay.
Frogs are a gay icon. Okay. She wore the sweater from one of the sweaters that's in the Red 10-minute like short film the other day, but that's not really a gay reference. So
there's a lot going on in the community.
There's a lot going on in the community.
It makes it hard to work, I'd say.
I have to say one of the people that I follow on TikTok who is an avid Gaylor who I like a lot. She called it like 2 weeks ago, maybe more. She was like, "Okay, guys," it was like after the shirt thing happened, the lesbian pride flag shirt thing. She was like, "Okay, listen, I need you all to prepare yourselves because I think there's gonna be a Gaylor hints drought until we get closer to the album release because she likes to be she doesn't want to just like I don't remember what her reasoning was exactly, but she called that this would kind of happen."
Okay.
And so I'm
like
keeping the faith
for the community to brace themselves and keep the faith. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay.
So my working theory, this is less time bound. Obviously, this will not be confirmed or not by the next time we record. But my working theory, which Erin knows, is that I think that she's gonna be putting female pronouns or like very clear references to women in like at least a couple of the songs on the album. And then she's going to either address that publicly or not, but it's going to be enough for those of us who care to pay attention to like feel like she's confirmed it. My preference would be that she followed that up with like an interview to address it and say like, yeah, I'm bisexual or whatever. Like it would do a lot for a lot of people, I think, if she would actually confirm it verbally with her mouth.
I don't know. I'd be interested to see how she would confirm it verbally without her mouth.
All right, so that's all. Sorry, I can talk about this forever, and I guess I did. So let's go on to.
I've been loving it, and we've literally been talking about it every day on Slack. Listen, I really have to pee.
Okay.
And whose fault is that?
It's your fault.
BRP. All right, I'm gonna pop in.
Yeah.
I have such a fun obsession to share with you all today. My obsession has been a YouTuber. Well, it's been a YouTuber, and it's also been her domain. So we're gonna pull up. Her name is let me from my Maangchi, and she is a Korean YouTuber, and her videos are her making delicious Korean food, and then all of her recipes are on a blog and for free, and you can just like go make them.
Nice.
And I've also been really obsessed with Korean food, and I'm gonna be making a bunch of her recipes this week.
Have you made any yet?
I haven't made any yet. No, I haven't yet. She has 6.1 million subscribers, and I'm gonna show you her video of crunchy, sweet, spicy, crunchy tofu. Not the whole thing, just the beginning. But she has a ton of recipes on here, and they all look so good. I just love Korean food. But I'm going to show you this just to give you an idea of her kind of, she's just, let me describe her first. She's like really wonderful. She's like just so delightful and joyful, and just watching her videos is so calming. She's got like such a great, she's like funny. She adds little funny like captions in her, like personifying her vegetables. And she's just like delightful. New York Times did a write-up and called her like the Korean Julia Childs, which, we don't have to compare her to anybody else. She's like, she's just like so delightful. So I'm going to just show you the beginning. She always wears like a cute outfit and just makes this cuisine feel really accessible to cook. So here I'm gonna for like the home cook, for like the American home cook.
Editing Hannah here. If you want to watch what we watched during this segment, you can check out Maangchi's YouTube channel, the sweet and crunchy tofu recipe, or check the description of the episode, and I will put a link there.
I'll stop there. I feel like it's a good little intro. She's just like wearing something cute. She's got cute captions. She makes it feel like you're going to be able to cook this. Just so warm and welcoming. I just love her. And all her videos are like this.
She seems so sweet. And I bet... Can you go to the end, though? I want to see what it looks like at the end.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times that's how I watch cooking videos. I just watch the beginning and the end.
She just double fries the tofu. She basically like cuts the tofu block up, covers it in potato starch, deep fries it twice. Makes the sauce out of like gochujang, I think rice syrup, soy sauce maybe. I'm gonna be making the fuck out of this, that's for sure.
Dang. Oh, I haven't had dinner yet.
Me neither.
Wow, so nice. Oh my
Really
god.
good.
I bet it's crunchy too.
Yeah, you can actually, she eats it. Oh, and that's another thing. I just love, she also like eats her food and just like, she like enjoys it at the end of every video.
Nice. Great crunch. That looks so good. She looks so sweet.
She's so sweet. And let me read you kind of her briefly her background from this New York Times article. She does this full time now. She's in a profit sharing thing with YouTube. Her name, so Maangchi is her YouTube name. Her name is Emily Kim. And she used to be addicted to online gaming. It says, she would shower quick, eat something no matter what, so she could start playing her game, and she wouldn't stop till 3 a.m. She would play City of Heroes and couldn't pull herself away. it means Maangchi means hammer in Korean. Was the name of her online avatar who specialized in destruction, wielding a huge. Okay, how do you pronounce this word? I feel embarrassed. Scimitar. Scimitar, and wearing a tiny mini skirt. And so her children in 2007, her children persuaded her to try a more nourishing form of internet expression, cooking videos. And so she said I had no idea if anyone would watch me, but the Korean recipes I saw in English were full of mistakes, and I wanted to show the real way we do things. So I just love it. She brings a lot of joy in all her videos. Like, she's genuinely excited to like teach everybody how to cook these recipes. And then she also has this blog where the recipes are there for free, and there's also like great links to like all the ingredients. So like a lot of things call for like fermented soybean paste or like rice syrup, and you can like go look to see more details about those ingredients and where you can buy them. There's like lists of Korean markets in your area, and also like people comment on the recipes with pictures of like what they've cooked, and she comments on like almost all of the almost all of the comments to be like, that looks great, or like, you know, Ben left. What the fuck? What the fuck? Ben doesn't want to hear about this anymore. Ben hates Korean food and left in protest.
I don't know how that happened. I went to her website in a different tab, and then
Weird.
Somehow accidentally closed this tab.
So weird.
And then like I was in the middle of being like, oh, this looks really good, and then like just couldn't hear anything. I got really scared.
You're okay.
Are you
Ben?
doing better now?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
I'm good.
he's like, oh no, the
It was
incel
really-
simulation.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So this weekend I'm gonna make her kimchi recipe. I'm gonna make her Korean fried chicken wings. Her chicken mu. I don't know how you say it. It's mu, which is mu is like a Korean cabbage, kind of like a daikon radish, except a little sweeter. Which is like a quick pickle that you eat with Korean fried chicken. And then I'm also gonna make her one of her like bok choy dishes to keep in the fridge for the week. So I'm really excited and just really gonna be enjoying her company this weekend while I cook. She's coming over.
Wow. She really does give that personal touch.
Yeah, and now I want her cookbook. Someone asked for her cookbooks for. She's just so sweet. I just love her.
Yeah, let me know how those go. I'm curious to see if the recipes are easy. One time we tried to make those like scallion pancake things that I saw them on her website, and it wasn't her recipe, but we did so bad. It was so bad. We did a terrible job. I don't remember why. I don't know what went wrong.
Why? Yeah.
I don't know.
Feels like probably a user error. Yeah. Number one, the Korean fried chicken wings are deep fried twice, and I've been making some fried food at home and gaining my confidence, so that'll be fun to kind of escalate that. Also I'm gonna get ingredients to make I think it's, I don't know how to pronounce it, kimchi jjigae or something like that, which is a kimchi soup. That looks really good. Well, actually, we got Korean delivery the other day and I had some. It was good, but I'm excited to make it at home with the kimchi that I make, and that has like tofu in it and kimchi and all that stuff.
That's good. It has kimchi. It'd be weird if it didn't.
Yeah. So that's my obsession.
Nice. I love it.
Cool.
Maangchi. Maangchi.
Yeah. All one word. You can find her on YouTube.
Freaking
Subscribe.
check her.
Freaking check her out. Incredible.
Amazing.
Incredible.
Thanks, Erin.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the reco.
You're welcome.
Should we pop into Baby Ben?
Ben.
What you got?
Hello. My obsession is a video game.
Oh.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
And it's truly, I have been playing a lot of it, as would be implied by me calling it my obsession. It's a game called Teamfight Tactics.
Can you play on the Switch?
No.
I don't want you to talk to me about games I can't play. I'm just kidding.
You can play it on computer or mobile.
Okay.
And
You said Gay Team Tactics?
I didn't, but that would be a better name for it.
Is it gay?
Yeah, it's so gay.
What do you
in
call
that like
What's
it's
it
really
called?
good. It's called Teamfight Tactics.
Teamfight. Oh yes.
Yeah, and it's actually a game made by Riot that launches from within the League of Legends client, despite being a different game. It's
Wow.
really weird. It's honestly very strange. I believe the story is that it started out. So it's an auto chess game, which is a relatively new genre of game, also sometimes called like an auto battler, where you basically like put characters in like a grid. You like buy these characters, you can like level up or whatever, and then you put them in a grid, and then they fight the other, and then you're in a lobby with like 8 other players, or 7 other players rather, and then you're matched up against people randomly, and your goal is to be the last one standing. And
cool.
like you pick the characters you want, and then you put them in like a certain arrangement, and then they just like fight the other person's team without your input anymore. The only input you have is which characters you put out and where you put them, and like what items you put in them and stuff. But past that, it's automatic, hence the auto part.
I like
And
that.
it's pretty fun.
Do you have to buy the
And-
characters with money?
No,
Oh.
no. And the it started, I think, with around like 2018, 2019, a game called Dota 2, which is another MOBA that sort of preceded League of Legends.
MOBA.
Multiplayer online battle arena is the genre. It was like a precursor, basically. It's still around and still being like actively played by a lot of people. They released Dota Auto Chess, which was like Dota characters. They're called heroes, I think, in Dota, but in an auto chess game. I think it was one of the first ones, as far as I know. At least it was the first one that got like really popular. And then when it got really popular, my understanding is like a Riot engineer, just like kind of as a side project, hacked together an auto chess game using like the League engine and League assets and like champions from League, and they were like, oh, this is really good, we're gonna actually put this out as a game.
Yo.
And so they did, and it got extremely popular also. And then actually Hearthstone, which is it's a card game I used to play, also put out an auto chess game for their called Battlegrounds, Hearthstone Battlegrounds. Or there was like a game mode they released it as, but
It's a cool concept.
it is. It's really fun, and they like so. And the cool thing about TFT is everyone calls Teamfight Tactics because it's a mouthful to say that all the time. The cool thing about TFT is that there are like 150 plus champions in League. Not all of them are available in TFT. It's just like a relatively small subset, and that subset changes every few months. So it's like cycling, and then also the way you like choose how to build out your team is every champion has like 1 or 2 traits, and depending on how many champions you have on your board that have that trait, they like get extra bonuses. Like they'll like get more damage to their abilities, or like get more attack speed, or they're like heal or something. Like there's just like always extra bonuses that get leveled up further by getting more champions with those traits active. There are like certain breakpoints where like if you have 2, then you get like 5 extra ability power. If you have 4, you get like 30 extra ability power or something. So you can like build out team compositions by sort of trying to match traits. And then the other element of which my understanding is actually this part of it was kind of inspired by, or like auto chess in general was actually inspired slightly by Mahjong. In that apparently I don't know much about Mahjong, but apparently one of the big things about Mahjong is that you're trying to like build out your hand while also paying attention to what other people are trying to, what tiles other people are trying to get, so you can like beat them to it. And the way that's reflected in auto chess games is that there's a limited pool of like say there's one champion you're going for, there's like only I think like 18 of them total that are available for anyone to buy. And so like if you buy all of them, no one else can get any, things like that. And so like you can, if you're not paying attention to what other people are doing, you can kind of get screwed because you'll be like going for one team comp and then like someone else is buying all the champions that have that trait or whatever.
I feel like there's a card game like that, maybe a few, like playing card.
Yeah, probably. You could do something like that
Maybe,
with cards
yeah.
also.
The one with the
Good, cool, Hannah.
with the gems.
Awesome.
With the gems. What's that called?
Splendid.
Splendor. Yeah.
Splendor.
Splendor.
Splendor's like that. You kind of have to watch what everyone else is doing because you're trying to build sets.
Yeah, Yeah. It is. Yeah.
I pretty much knew what it was called. I think we can count that as my one.
Yeah, you got really
It
close.
is a splendid game.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's an Erin W. For
Thank you. EW. Ew, as I say.
That's a classic ew. That's a classic ew right there. So yeah, I've been really enjoying that. A lot of my friends that I play League with also really like TFT. I didn't like it for like a while. It's been out for a few years.
It's a terrible
and
name.
I tried it a couple
Awful
times.
name.
Teamfight
Yeah.
Tactics.
So bad. Hate it.
It sounds gay.
Yeah, and I hate that. No, I don't know. It doesn't say anything to me about the game. I kind
Yeah,
of feel the
that's
same about
fair.
League of Legends, honestly.
The name comes from the fact that you're absolutely right. And the only reason it meant anything to me is that I play League, and like a big part of League is team fights
Bad
later
names.
on in the game, where like all 5 players on each side are there and
I see.
fighting as a team together. And then it's like a tactical game. So you're basically doing a bunch of team fights over and over again. So it made perfect sense to me. But now that like coming from someone outside, I can see how it absolutely is a bad name.
I like everything, all the aesthetics around it. What are these things? So when I Google image search Teamfight Tactics, I get something that says like Fates, and I got something else that said like Dragon Realms. Like, are those the sort of like season-ish things you were talking about?
Yeah, they're called sets.
Cool. I like that.
Yeah, Teamfight Tactics
The current one is Dragonlands Homes, I
It's
think.
pretty.
The name Teamfight.
So it's all dragon themed. It's really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The name Teamfight Tactics is serving me like army. It's serving me football.
Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's not
a
serving
good
me
name.
Dragon Realm.
Oh my god, it's so
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Your like little character that you are in the game. They're called Little Legends. Are fucking adorable. Hold on. I want to show you mine.
I'm sending Erin
I'm gonna
the
open it.
page that I'm looking at where it autoplayed an adorable.
Actually, if you look up, will this show?
Oh
it?
my god, that is.
Yeah. There's a lot of really cute ones. How do I?
Do I even look at
And
this?
is the animation like this video? I mean, it's beautiful.
No, probably not. Because when you look at the gameplay,
penguin.
it's like in an arena, and there's a lot going on. They could animate it like that. And with League of Legends, they do like a similar thing where they have like the promotional videos.
Oh great.
This is my little legend.
Oh
it's a
my
little pig.
god! That's
Oh.
And there's
my
like
God.
a little duck.
What?
This little thing. Look at them. Aren't they so
They're
cute?
so wee. If you're listening to this, you have to look so cute.
So
They're
cute.
very cute.
So these are like your character, and then your character.
Yeah, they don't have like any bearing on
They just
how on the game
But they
itself.
have
They're
value.
purely aesthetic.
their
Yeah.
value is to be
They're-
so cute.
Yeah. So it's a really fun game, and it's a little overwhelming at first. I think that was one of the reasons why this was the breaking point for me, was that when I first started playing it, I had friends who already were really into it, and they were like, it's a lot to get into at first, so just like look up, because you can like look up a guide for like team comps and stuff to just like do it, and they were just like look up team comps and just like follow those things exactly. And I tried doing that, and I really didn't enjoy it. And then this time, I was like, I'm just not going to look up anything and just figure it out, because like you can read all the stuff in game and like what all the traits are and what they do. And I was just like, I'm just going to fucking try it, and that was so much better.
Yeah, you've never
me.
liked being
Like,
told
that
what
was-
to do. So
It's true, famously.
it's
It's a lot more enjoyable, and you like when you're just like reading, like following a guide exactly, you're not actually like learning anything about the game.
yeah.
So, and it's hard. It's one of those games where like you have to kind of get past the barrier of like understanding some of just like the basics of how things work first, to be able to like really get into the intricacies and the maybe more fun aspects of it, the more strategic parts of it. And that's much easier to do if you're just kind of like get on the struggle bus and lose a bunch of games for a
Yeah.
while and just like learn it, you know?
Is it how much is skill and how much is kind of luck? Just kind of looking at some of these videos, it seems like.
I think it is most,
Oh,
to be
okay.
honest.
Wow.
There's some degree. The only real like luck is, so like every round you get 5 champions available for you to buy, and you can re-roll what champions are available, but that costs 2 gold to do that, so you can like lose all your money that way. So that's like the only luck element, is like not getting the champion you want at the right time. But like if you're playing well and like saving your gold and have your economy going well, because if the more gold you have, the more interest you also get each round. So it's like beneficial to have like up to a maximum of 5 extra gold each round. So it's beneficial to have more gold in your bank at the end of each round. So as long as you're like, and I think that's as long as you're like,
What are you gonna say?
fucking, I don't know, as long as you're managing your economy well, which is I think like a very skillful part of the game, then luck doesn't have as big of a factor. But if you're just like spending all your money to like reroll a bunch, then that's not, you may get unlucky, but like also that's just like a bad thing to do in general,
Totally.
Cool. Well, this does look fun.
Yeah,
I think, could you
good.
at least let me know whenever there's a new one of these like launch videos to watch, because they're so cute. It made me want to absolutely die.
I didn't watch any launch video, but I can tell
Oh my god, they're
I
so
can show
cute.
you.
Yeah, tell me when the thing changes.
I think there's a new set coming out. I don't know.
What happens to all
it
this
is.
work that you've done when the sets change over? Like,
Yeah, it's gone.
oh wow.
Well, what do you
Really?
mean like to learn all the best strategies and stuff?
Like you still have your money, right? But that's all you have? Is that
No, you don't. The money is in individual games.
Oh, okay. So does anything
Yeah.
roll over between like sessions?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a whole new thing. I mean, I guess like if you're playing ranked, then you can gain like it's called LP, but I don't know what it stands for. It's
Long
like the
play.
rating points in league points. It's called league points. I actually think it's called league points, which is so fucking stupid.
That's stupid.
I just can't with this like penguin who's dabbing and it has a baby dragon in its pack. I mean,
Oh
I
my
just
God, yeah.
I
It's
simply
so-
cannot.
it's
with
so
my
cute.
kid. Or this freaking chubby ass like dog character.
Yeah,
Who's
I
like
love that
leaping,
one.
but his little
I
chubby
have that
I
face.
one.
love that one. Oh my
So
goodness.
cute.
It's called Molten Fury Horn. I have it.
Wow.
Good. But it's
so
just so
good.
small and chubby.
It's so cute.
I cannot with these. Oh my god.
All right, should we do homework? Great obsession, Ben.
Yeah.
Love to
Yeah.
look at it. I hate to see it go, but I love to watch it leave.
What?
You haven't heard that? Oh, you can buy stuffed animals.
You
Yeah.
can?
Yeah.
Where?
Look, you can buy this.
Merch.riotgames.com.
Oh my god! You can look at Hannah. You can buy this baby.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that might happen. I don't know. That might happen. We'll see. All right, homework. Hey, Squeak. Follow Taylor Swift on TikTok if you're on TikTok.
Yeah.
She's really been doing a whole lot on there this cycle, and maybe also follow Taylor Nation on Twitter if you're interested in catching. And I will say, like, most of the actual like analysis does come from like Swiftie accounts and Gaylor accounts on TikTok. So like, just get on there and start liking some of their content. I'll name out a couple. There's one named Leth by 1,000 Kates. She's really good. Leth. There's another one named the Thrifty Swiftie. She's not a Gaylor account, but she has a lot of solid like theories about the like music videos and stuff. Also, if you want to get super deep on like Gaylor content, there is a person named Swiftie Plantica who just will clown all day with you about like Kaylor and Gaylor and like strategies for a smooth coming out and stuff, and I just enjoy her delivery more than anything. So some great
If you're not on TikTok, just have your cousin send you all the relevant TikToks.
yeah, just
My
ask,
threat.
you could even if I'm not your cousin, you could just ask me and I'll probably just like catch you up. Just, like, reach out
You
to
should
me.
do a digest. You should do a Midnight's release digest email.
I know, right? Well, if you want to get your own personal what's going on with Midnight's digest between now and our next episode in 2 weeks, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Anthropology, or on TikTok I'm Hannah and her cats. If you followed me on TikTok, it would probably push you the way of some of those accounts, because I don't make Swiftie content, but I do consume a lot of it and I comment on their videos. Again, and just to be clear, don't expect me to actually like send out tweets about this, but if you want to like DM me and ask about it or tweet at me and ask about it, I'll give you the latest. So, Erin, what's your homework for the people?
My homework is to check out Maangchi on YouTube. It's Maangchi. Double check. Sorry. She's awesome. And if you're inspired, make some delicious Korean food or find a local place in a craving. And I'll give updates next week about home.
I'll put in a couple other accounts that I follow, by the way, Swiftie accounts, because there's some I can't think of their name, but they're good. Ben, what's your homework?
My homework is to try TFT. You can play it on mobile even.
PC or mobile?
PC or mobile.
Nice. All right.
And the mobile version is not amazing, but it's pretty good.
My foot hurts. Okay, if you want to call us or text us and let us know what your obsession was this week, you can order next week because we're doing 2 weeks right now. You can do that at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it.
Blaze it. There's no double blaze it. You can follow us on Twitter at TwoBroadPod. We're on Instagram at WayTooBroad. You can email us at WayTooBroad@gmail.com. If you missed any of that, you can find all of our socials and links to a bunch of stuff we were talking about on our website at WayTooBroad.com or WayTooBod.com or NameYourselfJame.com or NameYourselfJameEgan.com for anything you want. Yeah, what's the other one?
I think we also own JameEgan.com right now.
Oh, yeah.
Let me just check that real quick.
No, we do. Yeah, I'm loading it up because I do have to forward it over. Yeah, we straight up dead ass own JameEgan.com.
Incredible. Earnben.com for anything you need. Maxfun.org for a cute dog on a boat to remind you of the summertime that is now over. Check out Friends of the Chaos on Bandcamp, friendsofthechaos.bandcamp.com. They wrote our intro and outro music and all the stuff in between, and you can find it there if you want to listen to the rest. And that's it. So thanks for listening. Have a good week and week after that, and we'll see you. Hold on a second. By the next time that we have an episode out, the album's going to be out, but we won't be talking about it next time because it'll be the 23rd. But make sure that you stream Midnights on the 21st. I didn't even talk about all the merch drops. She has dropped so many versions and colors of the same album, and she has sold so many like pre-sale copies, and no one who bought it has heard a bit of it. I just think that's very funny. It would be a great move if she is coming out. Honestly,
I almost want to buy a lavender edition. I probably actually will.
Yeah, maybe I will too. It's like I don't have a CD player or a record player.
Maybe you two can do an off-week recording with.
Maybe. I don't know if we need to, but I was just saying, like, go stream it before that. You can email us and tell us your thoughts on it when it comes out. That would be fun. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening. And the podcast candle, I forgot to light it, but it is extinguished. So, bye.
By default. Bye.
Yeah, and then you'll just cut it out.
I'll decide. I'll make the decision.
All right, there might be spoilers.
There might be spoilers
Depending
ahead.
on how lazy Hannah's feeling when she edits this on Saturday.
Listen, it's such a fucking bad movie. I honestly don't care about spoiling it for people.
Well,
it's
great.
so bad.
Please spoil away.
Love
it.
The whole time, like, obviously the big mystery of the movie is like, what's actually going on here? Why is this place so weird?
Right.
All of the men work on like the Victory Project, which you don't know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
All they say is that they're making quote unquote progressive materials. There's like periodically earthquakes, and you're like, what? Like maybe they're like testing weapons or something. And like every day, all of the men leave the house at the same time and drive like into the desert outside of Victory into like the quote unquote headquarters that no one else is allowed to go to, right? And it turns out that the whole world they're in is just a simulation. Okay, which is like already like, all right.
It was all a dream the whole time.
Kind of, yeah, but like it's worse than that because it's real people that are being like sort of using this like weird technology where they put on a thing that like scans their eyes and shit are being like brought into this virtual world. And the even more like shitty thing is, so Florence Pugh her
Who
like
plays
actual
herself.
person in the real world. No, that would have been bad though. Florence Pugh. Actually, maybe it would have been fucking better. I don't know. This movie sucks. She is a doctor in the real world. And Harry Styles is her like shitty incel boyfriend who like they did their best in like the big reveal later on to make Harry Styles look ugly by like giving him a scraggly beard and like greasy long hair, and he still looks pretty good because he's fucking Harry Styles. And he's just like watching. They show like scenes of her like working 30-hour shifts and coming home to him like not having a job and like watching fucking incel YouTube videos and podcasts. And he like ends up applying for the Victory program, which is like this thing where apparently men will either drug or otherwise knock out their significant others, and like he just like keeps her in their bedroom like unconscious, and she's like always in the thing.
Whoa.
Yeah, and there's like a whole sequence where she goes to headquarters and then like finds this like weird mirror door thing and touches it, and then like just wakes up back in her bed at like their house, and it turns out you discover that was her actually leaving. And so when all of the men leave, they're leaving this simulated world to go like work at real jobs, and then coming home and then like getting back into the simulated world with their like their women who are all real women that they like fucking kidnapped basically. And like but like this is like where everything starts to fall apart.
Yeah.
And also like so many things start to fall apart immediately about the movie. Like what were the earthquakes? Why were there earthquakes in your simulated perfect world? What the fuck was that? 2, there was this whole weird scene where like Harry Styles got promoted by Chris Pine's character, who's like the god figure of this whole world. He's like the head of the Victory Project. And like he like made him tap dance for everyone for like a really long time, and it was like, what was that whole thing? Like there's not actually a real company here. They're not doing anything. Why did he like have this weird power trip where he made him fucking tap dance for so long? Wow. What the fuck was that? And then it was revealed that Olivia Wilde's character knew the whole time, but was in there because her dead kids like simulations of her dead kids were there, and she wanted to like visit them. But then like also in the things they showed of like Harry Styles back in the real world drugging Florence Pugh and like keeping her unconscious in their room, was like they were in the same apartment, and he had a bunch of locks on the outside of the door. Like deadbolts on the outside of the door that he would lock when he left. And it was like, hey, did like no one at her hospital where she was like a surgeon working 30-hour shifts ever be like, where's Dr. Pugh? And then no one then no one in the
Dr. Pugh.
no one in their apartment building was like, why do you have so many locks on the outside of your door, you fucking creep? It just like so much shit made no sense immediately afterwards. It was just terrible. And there was like a whole fucking driving race sequence where she's like driving the car to headquarters to get out at the end. That was just so stupid. It was so stupid. I hated it. It was so bad.
Wow.
Well, this is great because now I can watch the Swell Entertainment breakdown.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch that either.
I'm sure there are many other things. I like removed a lot of that movie from my memory immediately after watching it because it was so bad.
That really sounds terrible.
Yeah, I didn't like. Oh, and Harry Styles' character when he's like, "I'm in the real world was American." That's why I said that.
Ah, I see.
How's his accent?
Pretty good, actually. Florence Pugh is American the whole time, and her accent is incredible.
It's flawless.
Yeah.
I mean, she was in Midsommar as well.
True,
and she's one of those actresses where you find out that they're British. Along with like a lot of the Stranger Things cast, like many of the Stranger Things cast are actually British.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I didn't know that.
Actually, Chris Pine isn't, right? I meant to look that up.
No.
No, he's not.
He's 100% corn-fed American.
It was definitely like... Sorry, say that again. Corn-fed American beef.
Chris Pine is 100% corn-fed American beef. You can put me on record.
I do think that by and large the performance, like all of the actors were pretty good. Like it was obviously a really good cast. It was kind of a waste of that talent. Florence Pugh is great.
She's like, I mean, Kate Winslet is Kate Winslet of our time, but Florence Pugh is also the Kate Winslet of our time, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Who is
yes. Kate Berlant is in it too.
Oh.
She's in A League of Their Own.
Yeah.
Erin.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
And Timothy.
Gay if they're gay.
Yeah, she's into gay if they're gay. Timothy Simons is in it. He plays like the creepy doctor guy. He is. Did either of you watch Veep?
Yeah.
He's Jonah in Veep.
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
creepy.
And yeah,
He's like a creepy incel.
yeah.
kind
It
of
was
thing.
actually it was a very good casting choice, and he was really good too. Like everyone was good. Almost all of the acting was good. Just everything around it was so bad.
right.
A shame.
Yeah.
Do you think that all the publicity stuff was all the like drama surrounding it was because they felt like it was gonna flop and they wanted to kind of surge interest?
Maybe I think it's more believable. At least the bit of drama where like Florence Pugh isn't like basically doing the minimum amount of press that she's required to. I think that is more likely because she is not proud of how the movie came out and doesn't really want to be that associated with it than any sort of like publicity stunt.
Fair.
Because I felt bad on her behalf that she was in the movie.
Ben, can you say publicity again?
Publicity.
He said it's different every time. It's amazing.
Plibbity.
Pippy.
I would like to write Florence Pugh an apology letter. I didn't have anything to do with it, but I want to apologize on the
I'm
movie's
so
behalf.
sorry
Like,
that
she
you
deserves better.
had to be in that movie.
Yeah, you're great, and you don't.
Well, I wonder if it got changed, if like the sort of the ending or the messaging or whatever changed a lot between like the first draft and the final. Because I know that like Olivia's
I
whole
don't
thing
know.
was like she was really trying to specifically roast Jordan Peterson and like and I don't know if
Barely,
that was-
like-
did she write it or who wrote
I think
it?
she did. I can see how like you get hints of that at the end, but no, she didn't write it. It was written by
Katie Silberman.
Katie Silverman. Story by Carrie Van Dyke, Shane Van Dyke, and what else is Katie? Katie Silverman also wrote Booksmart. Great movie.
Great movie, which
Yeah.
Olivia Wilde directed,
Correct. Yeah. No, not.
and didn't
this is
have
not
any
even-
negative publicity.
No, it's true. Yeah, there was like I said, there was like the Harry Styles Real World guy was an incel listening to like Women Suck podcasts. Seemingly, I think it was supposed to be implied that they were like podcasts or whatever made by Chris Pine's Real World character. So I could see how there was like maybe a vague Jordan Peterson roast in there, but it's a stretch and not well done if that was what she was trying to do.
I think in terms
Fascinating.
of what's dangerous about incels, that's like the bottom of my list is that type of situation.
Being kidnapped to stay in a simulation for your whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of
yeah.
the last thing I'm worried about from
Yeah,
that
it's
group.
definitely like
From that
the least.
crowd.
Yeah.
It's like the least interesting thing you can say about incels.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah.